So I'm meant to be starting my new regime today, but I got up 10:30ish, went for a run, and it's now 11:15. So I'm meant to be having a bigger breakfast, but my mum seems to not have forgotten, or well, she hasn't reminded me, and I'm one of those people that unless they're prompted or told to do something like this, then I just won't do it. So I'm kind of thinking, well, she hasn't said anything, so I don't no, I don't have to do it, so I can just stick to my old regime of not eating breakfast, eating the cereal bar at lunch, and then having a bigger evening snack, which I know is wrong. I know I should now just go into the kitchen and get a bigger breakfast like I'd planned, but I feel because my mum hasn't reminded me, it gives my eating disorder head permission not to do it. So I'm sitting here now with two sides of my head, eating disorder shouting, don't do it, stick to your old routine. The other half of my head shouting, Rebecca, take responsibility, have a bigger breakfast, start this new regime, break the cycle of this bad eating habit and start a new one. So yeah, I'm sitting here now with two sides of my head fighting and don't know which one's going to win. Keep you updated. So I was just trying to build up the courage to try and make myself start my new regime when my mum came downstairs and said, you're meant to be starting your new regime today. It's like she knew I needed her at that time. So yep, I'm starting my new regime today. So for my first breakfast, I'm having a cinnamon and raisin Warburton's bagel. They're frozen, so I'm gonna toast it. Yep. So my first proper breakfast my first proper breakfast in over 5 years, in years and years. So let's see how it goes. So I've got my toasted cinnamon and raisin bagel. My camera's fallen slightly. I'm not gonna lie, I am nervous about eating it. I mean, it's just a toasted bagel, like it shouldn't be scary, but as my mum said, it's just trying to get into the habit now of just eating at these times and eating more at these times. So yep, gonna eat my bagel now. Got a cup of hot water, love my Tinkerbell mug, and yeah, here we go. So I'm just finishing my last mouthful of my bagel. It was actually really nice. So I am sitting a bit uncomfortable with feeling full, but hey, challenge, repeat, as Meg's Recovery, who I love watching by the way, always says. So just got to keep doing it to break the cycle. So I'll be eating lunch, I'll be doing the same thing again tomorrow, even though I'll be at work, so it'll be a bit more of a challenge tomorrow because I'll be at work all day. But yeah, step one of the challenge completed. But now that I'm finished, I am stressing that I've had these calories at the start of the day and I'm not going to have them at night time, and I'm thinking, oh, my evening snack is going to be rubbish and it's not going to be what I want because I've wasted my calories early in the day. So yeah, my head is now in overdrive, but just got to get used to it, I guess. The more I do it, the more I'll get used to it and the easier it will get. The easy thing now would be to not do it again so that these horrible feelings go away, but that's not going to help me break the cycle. That's not going to help me get the normal eating habits that I want. So yeah, I'm really stressing now that I've wasted this this food early in the day, but it's normal. It's normal to eat breakfast. It's normal to eat lunch. So I'm going to persevere, feel rubbish, but do it anyway, because ultimately I want to break the cycle of this bad eating habit, and I want to get to normal eating habits and be more free with eating and life, not be restricted by my eating disorder and my eating habits. So yeah, feel rubbish, but do it anyway. That is what I'll be doing for the next few days and weeks. So I'm about to get my lunch on my first day of my new regime. After my breakfast, I felt really full, and it sat really uncomfortably with me because I'm not used to feeling full during the day, and whilst I feel full normally at night time, I'm all right with that because it's at night, and then feeling full during the day just felt uncomfortable and made me stressed and anxious. But I sat with it, and the more I do it, hopefully the easier it will get. And so now I'm going to have my lunch. Normally, if I allow myself to eat lunch, I would have one stick of a Nature Valley cereal bar. So today I'm going to have a stick of this Nature Valley cereal bar, but I'm also going to have a portion of this glorious Spanish red pepper, tomato and chorizo soup. So that should be nice. So it's a normal lunch. Let's see how it goes. So I've finished my soup. It was really nice, very tasty, but now I'm really full and I have to eat my stick of my Nature Valley cereal bar, which I really don't want to eat because I'm full, and it just feels like more food and more wasted food which I could have later on. But yeah, I just feel so full, and then I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to feel even fuller. But persevere, keep going. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have it, just get my body used to eating more during the day, because it's not normal to eat it all at night and to feel really full at night time and empty during the day. Like, that's not normal. So yep, I'm going to make myself have my Nature Valley cereal bar. I finished my lunch, the cereal bar after the soup. Once I started eating the cereal bar, it actually got easier and just felt a bit more normal. I do feel full though, and like I said, that's feeling anxious in my head, a bit stressy, and then I'm thinking about, oh, I've got to eat dinner, and then like, now that I'm feeling full during the day, I don't want food as much, whereas when I wasn't eating during the daytime, I was really wanting my dinner and my evening snack. But now that I've eaten during the day, I don't want the food later on. Not sure whether that's a good or a bad thing. It's probably good that I'm not so ravenous and wanting to eat an abnormally large amount of food later on in the day. Like, I think my body just needs to get used to this routine, just keep challenging and trying to break this cycle of eating late at night. So yep, the challenge will be repeated tomorrow. It will be a challenge tonight, having less with my evening snack, but as I say, because I'm more full now, I feel less like I need to have a bigger evening snack, but then I still feel in my head like I will miss having what I used to have. But yep, challenge, repeat, challenge, repeat. We'll finish today off and start again tomorrow, repeating the same challenge. I actually just finished that film and then thought, I actually do feel really full, and I've got to eat my dinner in an hour, and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. I hate feeling like this. I hate feeling full. It's really stressing me out. I hate it. It's just horrible. I hate feeling this full at this time of day. Like, it's alright at night time because then I'm going to go to bed and sleep it. But now I'm having to live through this feeling of fullness and having to eat food on top of feeling full, which I absolutely hate. But it is normal to eat 3 meals a day. This is going to be hard. Breaking this routine is going to be hard, but I think you've just got to keep doing it, and the more your body gets used to it, I guess the easier it gets. And like, anxiety doesn't keep going up forever and ever. Like, as my psychology says, anxiety, you feel like it's going to keep going up. So when anxiety goes up, you feel it going up, so you do an eating disorder behaviour which brings it back down. So you always think that you have to do that eating disorder behaviour to bring it back down, but you don't, because anxiety doesn't keep going up and up and up. And if you let anxiety just do what it does, so let anxiety go up, don't do the eating disorder behaviour, it will eventually plateau and stop going up without you having to do the eating disorder behaviour. You just have to ride it through and let it increase to the point that it plateaus without the behaviour. So yep, my stomach feels horrible and full. I feel anxious and stressed, but I'm riding it through. Here is my dinner. Chicken breast in a Somerset apple sauce, which is delicious sauce, with a smaller serving of vegetables. And here is my smaller bowl of vegetables to go with my dinner. Got spring greens, celery, a little bit of cauliflower, a few carrots and some peas and sweet corn, but it's smaller than it was, and it will probably be even smaller over the next few weeks. So I've now had my dinner and got my evening snack, and I've got some fruit, so some pear and some grapes. My usual porridge, the Quaker Oats, so simple, original, like morning rise special quinoa porridge. And to go with it, I've got a chicken breast and a wholemeal sourdough and seed crumpet, which is delicious. And I also have a options hot chocolate. And normally with this I'd have had another bread product, so like a bread roll or some rice or something, but because of what I've had earlier in the day, it means I'm not. So yeah, it will be different, but it feels alright at the moment. So yesterday and today I've been at work, which has been day 2 and 3 of my new eating regime. So I packed with me breakfast and lunch both days. It went alright. Yep, I had my bagel at breakfast, and yesterday for lunch I had a protein cereal bar, and today I had another cereal bar. I don't want to get stuck in the rut of having cereal bars at lunchtime. Like, that's not what I want to do. But the cereal bar, like, I was having double the cereal bar than I used to be having, and as of next week I'm going to try and introduce more normal lunches. But this week I just wanted to establish the eating regime of eating at work and eating twice at work. So just having easy stuff to have, and then hopefully next week I can start looking at bringing in like wraps, salads, not necessarily salads, wraps, like pita breads, things like that. Just me and my mum go to the supermarket, look at what I can have, and just just build on this habit of eating breakfast, lunch, and much more at breakfast and lunch. And obviously with eating more at breakfast and lunch, it's meant I've had less in my evening snack, which beforehand I've been thinking, oh, I haven't got what I want in my evening snack. And while I'm eating my evening snack, I have thought, oh, I haven't got this bread product. But I know it's just going to be a fact of getting used to this new routine, breaking the old habit, and once I get used to it, I'll be fine. I know I will be. It's just the initial period is obviously going to be hard in any change of routine. And I just wanted to make clear that the reason I'm having less in my evening snack is because, rightly or wrongly, my diet is calorie controlled. That is how I manage it. That is how I've managed it throughout my recovery. And so because I'm having more during the day, I've taken out those calories from my evening snack so that I can have them more during the day. But literally, because everything other than the very bare minimum of calories was eaten during the day, and everything at night, that was just such an unhealthy routine. So the way I've distributed it now, it's so much more healthier and normal. So I'm really persevering going to persevere with this routine. And actually, I'm finding it all right. Like eating breakfast, eating lunch, whilst feeling full during the day is hard. I think maybe now I'm potentially getting a bit more used to it now. I've done it a couple of times, although it is still feeling uncomfortable. But yep, I'm going to stick with it because I do not want to be stuck in this eating disorder habit routine of eating for the rest of my life. Like, no. And sometimes you just have to think, I don't want to be like this forever. And if you just don't make the changes, you will, and time will pass and pass and pass, and you'll be stuck in that same routine. So yep, I'm breaking the cycle. I have broken the cycle, and I just got to stick with this challenge, repeat, challenge, repeat. Every day I've eaten breakfast, eaten lunch, and much more lunch, breakfast and lunch. So yep, gonna keep on this challenge, repeat, and I really hope that you can find the things that you want to challenge and just keep on challenging them, because you can't just challenge them once and think it's going to be cured, or challenge them once and then go back to your old habits. Like, that's not going to break the habit. That's not going to get you out of this eating disorder life and eating disorder cycles. So hope you like my channel, and please subscribe, please like, and keep challenging your anorexia recovery.